Shalom. This video is about the Torah portion Ki-Teitzei, which is in the middle of Deuteronomy, starting from chapter 21, verse 10, going all the way through chapter 25. There are more mitzvot in this Torah portion than any other in the whole Torah. Some say over 70. And when you read it, it just looks like one commandment after another. Very important ideas and laws from God in Judaism. It's a diverse assembly of laws, more than any other Torah portion, and one theme is predominant and prevalent in the whole portion: the irreducible dignity and worth of every human being. So let's start with just a few of those. Now, one of the most problematic ones is the right of the community to stone a wayward and rebellious son, called a ben sorer moret. And what parent hasn't felt their child is stubborn and rebellious? But the actual application of this law never happened because the rabbis defined it in such a narrow term that it was impossible to actually execute anybody. Now, there are contemporary societies, like in some of the Muslim world, where young people are stoned to death or killed because the family doesn't like the way they socialize and somehow bring dishonor to the family. Well, Judaism thousands of years ago made it impossible for the community to do that, but still wanted to make sure that kids knew that they should follow their parents. Then the Torah goes on to talk about how you must bury even a convicted murderer right away. And there's always been a sense of dignity of the human body, even in death. And see my video on Jewish funerals for that. Then in chapter 22, there are many laws about how you have to protect your neighbor's property. If you see your fellow's ox or sheep going astray, do not ignore it. You must take it back to your fellow. And then if you don't do everything you can to let the society know that you found something, that you're considered a thief by Jewish tradition. We also have the rules here against putting on women not wearing men's apparel and women not wearing men's apparel and men not wearing women's apparel. And the Orthodox take this seriously. They believe that women should not wear pants. Now, our tradition in the non-Orthodox Judaism is that, of course, men and women can wear clothing that they like. It should be modest. And one of the main issues has been wearing a prayer shawl for women. Some women design them in feminine ways, but it's become obviously a convention now in society, and we follow the conventions in this regard that pants are perfectly appropriate for women. You still don't see the women in formal men's business suits, although women's business suits are very similar to men. And so that law basically doesn't really apply anymore in our world, but you can still see that there are definitely feminine clothes and masculine clothes. Then the Torah goes on to talk about how you should make a parapet around the roof of your house to protect people. And contemporary laws might be putting a fence around your property so that you don't have an attractive nuisance. Now, one of the most interesting mitzvot here is that about a bird's nest, which tells us that if you're going along and you want eggs out of a nest, you have to make sure the mother bird is away before you take it. And there was a debate among our rabbis as to whether this was actual concern for the mother bird's feelings. Did the mother bird have such feelings, or just simply to teach us compassion? It's one of two commandments in the entire Torah which promise long life. For observing them, the other is honor your mother and father in the Ten Commandments. Both similar mitzvot. But the rabbis quickly understood that this didn't mean literally you personally would live longer if you observe this. Then we go on to talk about the basic commandment of respecting all animal life, and the don't bring harm to animals, and the mitzvah of tsar balei chaim. So these are some of the various commandments in the portion, and I'll talk about number 2.